I didn't get to talk to DeMarcus. And if, I don't know if any pro athletes listen to your show. I doubt it. But if they do, they know that being traded it's like you grieve. It's the worst. And even if it is a trade that is a good thing for both parties and for the players, being traded knocks these guys for a loop. So DeMarcus loved Sacramento. He felt it was his home. He loved the fans. They just weren't winning. And maybe they didn't have enough. But I'm telling you, both he and Anthony, they're about winning. Anthony Davis, when I recruited him, just said, all I want to do is win. You don't even need to tell me where I'm going to play. I'll play wherever you want me to. The kid ended up taking the fourth most shots on my team that year, and he just scored 52 in an all-star game. That's how much he's unselfish and how stupid I am. DeMarcus, they can say what they want. He was unselfish for us here. He played with John Wall and Patrick Patterson and Eric Bledsoe. He shared. He goes to USA Basketball. He shared. If you talk to Mike Krzyzewski, he'll tell you he didn't have any issues with him, and he brought him off the bench. Now, obviously, he and Anthony are going to have to figure it out together, and it's going to take time. It's, if anybody thinks, okay, now they're just starting to win, well, you need guards, you need schemes that you feel comfortable with, that you're going to learn. Just like when Cleveland just started with LeBron, it took time. It took them a couple months before they really started clicking.
How would you use those two in New Orleans?
I would say with Alvin Gentry, the one thing that when you look at him, he is a very, very bright offensive coach. Out of the mold of the, Golden State and all that, I think he'll figure it out. You got one that's a little more physical. You got one. Anthony could play the 3 now.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to be the 4.
Mm-hmm.
You could play with a small 5 and have DeMarcus play 4. Any issues DeMarcus would have defensively, well, Anthony Davis is behind you, leading the league in blocks. So this could be crazy, and they just got to figure it out together, and it's just not going to happen in a week. It just doesn't. But I'll tell you what, they're two players that want to win, that like each other. Anthony just wants to win. When they lost the playoff game, I think it was a year ago, or the first round game the year before, we couldn't find him for a week. I mean, the kid was crushed. He sees himself in an organization that starts vying for championships. And you know what? It starts with having talented players.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.